This is USAS Fiscal Year End 2026 that we are going to go over. So a few things, as usual, pre-closing, you're going to want to close all of your possible purchase orders that are open and don't. And then you're going to review your outstanding disbursements. If you have annual checks that have cleared, you're going to want to get those handled. And you're going to want to do the maintenance of effort, which every year I have said I hate maintenance of effort until this year I kind of figured out what it means. I get it. Now I understand. So you definitely want to do your maintenance of effort. Because Stu said you have to. They're going to check it and see if it's right or not. This budget summary report for MOE, I ran that report the first time. And there's a lot of information on there. A lot. But you can upload it to the data collector and check it and see if you're in line with where you should be for the maintenance of effort. Again, pre-closing, you want to make sure your organization detail is all correct. Your central office square footage, if you've changed anything, you're going to want to make sure you double check that. This IRN, that down here, it's not needed anymore. So if it's not there, it's okay. That was for when the ITC was doing the extracts for you. In your district building profiles, you want to make sure that your percentages total 100%. If you have a lot, in this example, there's only 4 buildings, but if you have a lot of outlying buildings, you can run the report, run this as a report, and it will total to make sure that you are at 100%. And this is just how you verify the report. You can run the report, or you can run the SSDT report. Account validation. You're going to want to run that to see if you have any accounts or receipt codes that are not going to be that are not valid. If you have any that are invalid, you have to do the account change. Yesterday, the account change works really well. Thank you. Yeah, so if you, and the other thing I found out is that when you have receipt codes, like you have bad receipt codes that are invalid, they each have to be moved individually because they're separate funds. You can't just do a change on a receipt code. I personally think that the SSDT needs to put that in there, that a receipt code change, and then it goes through everything. With me for a second. Receipt codes are used across funds. They should allow that change. But again, you want to make sure all your accounts are valid. So this is the EMIS errors. These are the errors that will get thrown if you have an invalid account when you upload to the data collector. These are the types of errors that you're going to see. Do check the OPU in all of your account layouts. But again, when you're an SSDT, you go create a new account. If it's not a valid account, it won't allow you to create it. You do your account validation errors, and this is how you do the account change, the from account and the to account. And it will pick everything up in the from account and move it to account. Right, Caleb?
Yes.
This. She's the one who taught me. So you want to run your OPU listing report and verify your ION numbers and your income type. If you have an OPU of 000, it's reporting for the district IRN. And you gotta check, you really need to check the central office. Appropriations, you wanna go and use, if you're gonna use the budgeting scenarios, you're gonna wanna get your appropriations together and get that done. Now, there's a link in that handout that will take you to the budget scenarios and how to put your budgets in for next year. And now we have to do month end.
Well, Lori, can you speak up the volumes 100%? You still sound distant.
I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Am I supposed to be speaking at this? Or there? That's what I
That
think
should,
you
it should be a surround.
I think you speak soft.
Okay, I have to speak.
You gotta speak like a Missy.
I have to speak like a Crosley.
Or Bukowski.
Okay, so now you want to start your month end closing. You want to enter all your transactions for the current month. So if you have any outstanding invoices, you want to get them processed. Everything that you need to get done so that you can start the closing of the month. Then you want to reconcile your USAS records with your bank. Like you should be doing every month. You want to reconcile your bank, but at the end of the year, of course, December is one bank reconciliation that has to be in USAS so that you can continue on into the next year. If you don't have December's in USAS, it won't allow you to go into January. And again, if you run your cash summary and your financial detail and they match, you're good. If they don't match, you're not good as you don't. These are the reports you can manually run and review all of your reports, but when the month is closed, of course, it's going to send everything out to the document storage. And this is what, these are the reports that are in your monthly report bundle. There is one thing with the document storage now that we all have. It's only the managers that have access still right now. If there's documents that you have that, or a report that you bring that's outside of SSDT or Excel spreadsheet or something that you want to keep that relates to that, you can now import that into the document storage. So you can create your own file folder and you can add an Excel document, you can add notes that you may have and import that into document storage. It'll stay with your district. Instead of having things saved on a computer or on a central hard drive, you can now use document storage to store that information. And then we're going to close the fiscal year. This is what I said about doing the cash reconciliation for June, that it needs to be done. If in your civil proceedings need to be reviewed, if you have any. If you don't have any, it's not a problem, but you will get a link that said, did you check your civil proceeding? Oh, the federal assistance, that's the report that's no longer needed. I don't know if anybody still uses that or not. your EMIS SOAP service so that you can, report to EMIS. You need to make sure that the fiscal year is. I think like. This fiscal year. EMIS SOAP service configurations, you want to make sure you're in, it says the proper year. If you don't, you would definitely will have issues when you upload it for email. Your extracts, this is how to extract. You want to generate your extract file, and then upload it into the data collector. Where, like, if you have no civil proceedings, you can ignore the warning that you'll get. Because it's just asking you, did you review your civil proceeding? But if you don't have any, then you have nothing to review, but it will tell you that. You want to upload a few files to the data collector. Do not waste. The data collector instructions were at, should have been sent out to everybody.
I
Did
didn't.
everyone receive them?
I didn't.
You didn't get them?
No, I'm the one who sent it. I just sent the checklist and stuff. I'm sorry. I can really, I can send it out to
We can
everybody now
send it out.
Wait, the data collector should be at the end of the checklist, isn't it?
with the instructions.
Yeah.
I think it was a separate file.
I sent the checklist in the PowerPoint.
Is it on the?
Oh, I thought I put it at the end of the
Oh, I
checklist.
did.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's at the very end of the checklist.
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't use the checklist, I just.
Yeah, it's at the very end of the checklist. That's one.
Okay. So. The instructions are there for you to upload your file into the data. And then you can manually run and review your fiscal year end reports if you want. Otherwise, the bundle will be created and sent to your document storage. And again, you want to make sure the bundle complete before you change the current posting period to January. I mean, to July. And this is the list of fiscal year end. So if there's something extra you want there, which I think is everything. And then you're gonna want to close June and go to 4 and the close button and close it, kick off that. Post closing. After July, posting period is open, you want to review your pending transactions. So if you had a payroll that ran, of course, can't bring it over, you want to check to see if there's any pending transactions and then post those. And this is the same thing as with payroll, the district audit job. Those are already set up in your district, correct, Missy?
The audit jobs are already set up. You do not need to do anything, but treasurers, I would ask that you just go in and verify you see it. The instructions are there how to do it, but we did that for everyone, but just verify you see it there.
This is the, for your gap extracts. It's the thing, you go to extract gap, and it will create the necessary file for uploading to WebGap, if you use WebGap. If you do not enter next year's proposed amount, And that we're showing you step 6 of the checklist. Now's the real time to load them. And then obviously a link for how to do. In this slide, we have changed the financial reporting date. This date here says August 29th. It's now August 31st. So if you want to stretch that out. But I guess if you just pretend it's the 29th, you'll be early.
That's my suggestion. Then you'll be hurry.
Questions?
Good inventory.
You're gonna have to do inventory. And it too is exactly the same. What is it? I'm dying.
It's only.
I'm dying.
Why? Because I've been working so hard, my battery's dying.
Oh.
So this is.
Smart person, but I only have this. I was smart. No, you weren't. I was smart to let it die.
Yes, she was. She's got you there, girl. Dumb like a fox, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son does inventory.
Listen, they all check their
Seriously?
Yeah.
Does inventory.
See, they got it. That's a good for hires.
Gonna have to get someone else.
Yes.
So probably be
They didn't
you,
even
but.
do
That's
that.
right.
They were-
Something you might want to pay attention to. I did it in comparison. Inventory is not that hard.
No.
Thanks, Brian. One thing again. 2 weeks. You're always thinking about it.
I'm gonna end up getting.
Okay. The inventory.
Oh, gosh.
Or state.
But it's state law. I got.
Stay.
You
got- And you got Dave.
Picked up.
We have insurance.
There it is.
Oh, that's, yeah, that's 100%. You should have caught it, yeah. Yeah, you should, you still should.
Okay, we're gonna do the inventory. The inventory
Got it.
is a check because technically with inventory, it's just a matter of bringing your inventory items over from USAC. So, and there's, in this checklist, there is a really cool spreadsheet that the SSDC used. That gives you all of your reports, tells you all of the reports to run. Now, remember, this year, when you
Good.
close the fiscal year, it's going to send everything to the document store. So with inventory, you don't have to run all of the reports and save them yourself.
Especially when
being the first year, I'd be a little gun shy and I would probably run the report like I did last year. Just in case something funky happens, but technically everything will go to your document storage. You will not receive an email. If you did in the past, you will not now. So these are all of the reports listed that need ran after you have all of your assets loaded into inventory. There's you want to make sure that you get rid of like all of your old assets that you don't have anymore. Preparing desks that you had from a building that you destroyed. I think it would be a good idea to get rid of those desks if you're not using them anymore. Buses, vehicles, vans, anything that you have on your asset listing that you do not have anymore. It's better to clean it up now and get it off your book before you finish inventory. So for your inventory, again, it's a matter of running the report, making sure they balance, and then closing it. It's truly a simple process. And if you've done it before, it's the same as it was last year.
Stuff's coming, I'm allowed to ask a question. Things are coming back to me as I'm reading this. When is the inventory due?
It all depends on your auditors. You don't have to put, a lot of people.
That's
leave it
what I was
open.
asking, because I would have inventory audited before I closed it, so I could make any changes within
That
that
they
year,
should.
so those changes didn't affect that's why I was asking, is there,
Can you can close it if you want?
no, what, I don't want to close it, because I'd want it to be audited, but is there it seems to me there was a deadline.
You don't have to report your inventory on your financial anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to report that anymore. So you close it whenever.
Whenever
You're
you're
ready.
audited.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I know, that's my fault.
Thank you.
And you can, obviously, you can have the next year open and be working in the next year if you want. I don't know if you guys maintain your inventory like monthly or yearly. If you're on redesign inventory, you're good. If you're not on
He just had.
redesign inventory, we've had a couple of districts that got stuck using outside inventory and the system failed and they didn't have access. So we have to rebuild their inventory. Again, this is the list. It's kind of better online on the SSP website. These grids look cleaner, but when you're printing them to paper, they kind of squish together. I don't,
Adam, I'm sorry.
I don't know
Monday.
why.
I think it's messing up. You said they give it a shot. Okay, he can't. Yeah.
I'm speaking like it's the microphone. Aren't I? I mean, the microphone. Can you see it? I thought there's room.
All the way.
There's a lot of background.
Yeah.
Oh, it's hearing them and not me. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Eyes up here. Face forward. So with inventory, again, you're running your reports, balancing them and making sure they're accurate. You don't have to close, as Roxanne pointed out, you don't have to close when you close your year. You can close after your auditors come in. I would think that you wouldn't have major changes, but yeah. Now that if you're on redesign and you've been on redesign, I think I've only had one district that had an issue with an item. But these are the reports and what they total. Now, in these instructions, like last year, these tell you where you're getting your numbers from that you can balance. And that it's very helpful, especially when you're looking at all the reports to see if you do balance, you don't need what balance do. These instructions are very good. And if you follow them, you'll balance. When you're ready to close your fiscal year or inventory, just go in like every other instance and that's coming up. Oh, that's good. Oh, crap. What do you mean? They can hear me better, so they're asking questions now? Okay, we're done. Any questions? Any questions after you leave here? You can put a ticket in, it's not cost. That's what it's about cost.
Directly to her email.
Yes, yes, yes.
It's blocked.
Yes, yes, yes. No, if there
15
are any
days, guys.
questions, we're here. Good.
No questions?
That's great.
It's just a repeat, so.
Here's something. The reports of payroll, I don't know if she mentioned this here, but I know, I think she mentioned it in the user group meeting, that there's the reports with social security numbers on it for payroll. You now have that option to run the reports without social security numbers. So when you're sending in tickets to us or have a question on those reports, please run that report with those reports without social security numbers when you send them to us, because otherwise they get blocked. And it has a social security number in it, won't get sent. So, just wanted to let you know that. And stay away with payroll and use that. Your document storage, if you have documents that you want to save in payroll, you still have to run it in payroll to create a file and import outside documents in your payroll. There's options for storage instead of keeping it in a file folder at your desk. Create a file folder in the document storage. And passwords are not something that gets done with documents. Like a black book. Thank you. For not having.
Stop recording.
Have a good summer, everybody.
Great summer.
Yeah. Let's talk about mine.
Vicky, I just want to thank you for all the help that you've given me.
Oh, you're
during
very
your
welcome.
time here.
Thank
It's
you.
been fantastic.
Thank you for being so kind all the time, everybody. Seriously, you guys have been like really good. It's really sweet to us and we appreciate it. We do.
We do.
So thank you.